Nicola's back with our third mock test, isn't it?
Yeah, third
one.
test.
She had a second one. Tell them what you feel for, Nicola.
Roundabouts. So.
What happened on them?
I didn't put my right indicator on.
That's an easy one to fix.
I went round left in the fourth lane.
Yeah, you turned right from the left lane, didn't you?
Mhm.
What was the other one?
The last one was I left in the left lane.
There was a roundabout, you were turning right and you went round in the left lane, can you remember? I said you've got to read this sign.
Needed to turn right.
So she had 3 serious faults. How many minors?
Around 10, I think.
10, that's a lot. Right, so we're looking to improve on 3 serious faults and 10 minors. Our weakness is roundabouts, so I'm going to put a lot of roundabouts on this mock test. It's going to be signs this time, but we're still going to do all the manoeuvres. Have you any questions before we start?
No.
It's pointless asking Nicola to show me, tell me, because she's really smart when it comes to the theory side of things, so I'm not really worried about that. Just the practical side that Nicola tends to throw a few hurdles up. Right, okay then, go and reverse into the beer when you're ready. Alright, let's go drive this one. Feeling confident. The things you do for a driver's license, Nicola. Nicola's is going to put herself through another 45 minutes of nervous pain and suffering, just so she can look back at the videos and reflect on them and learn from them. This is what she wants to do. She's decided this is the quickest way to get her driver's license.
The one next to him.
Yeah, do the one next to him. Don't worry about it.
If I drive down the middle, would I?
Yeah, no, you're not going to hit him. If you just turn left out of here. Nicola, you've recorded your first minor here for dry steering. This means turning the wheel while stationary. What you need to do, start moving the car first and then turn the wheel. The experts, I'm not the expert by the way, but the experts say it can damage your tyres and can cause damage to the steering mechanism. However, the observations, speed and accuracy was excellent, so well done. I mean, I couldn't even do this on camera, so good stuff, Nicola, well done. Follow it round to the right. turn right. And take the next right and go and drive it into the same bay you reversed it into. Can you reverse it out that way? Well done, Nicola. That would be a pass with no faults recorded. Good speed when driving in. Good all-round observations when reversing out. That's what the exams are looking for. Accuracy, it's not perfect. Nice and parallel. What you've done is when you went to turn, you just turned a little bit early, but it's nothing to worry about. That'll do. Just off you go. At the end of the road, turn left. Second minor fault for Nicola. Nicola, what you've done is you've swung really wide as you've emerged out of this junction. Had there been a car coming from your left, you would have caused it to slow down or stop, so then you would have recorded a serious fault. What I need you to do is stop this junction on the rise and brake if it's safe. Look right, left, right, then look towards the curb and your hands will follow your eyes. Then as you start to move, you need tight clutch control. You need to hold that clutch still and don't release it until you've straightened the wheel, because the corner is really tight. At the end of the road, turn left. Side of the road. Can you reverse it back to Collins, keeping reasonably close to the curb? drive on when you're ready. Well done, Nicola. Nice mirror work, Nick, when you pulled in alongside the curb. You didn't pull it exactly parallel, that's why you had to make adjustments. But good all-round observations, you knew exactly what was around, you knew where the cars were. Speed's excellent and good all-round observations when moving off. So 3 down, 1 to go. And can you pull up on the left for me? Start of independent drive. Drive to the end of the road, turn left. Follow signs for dolly. I will change it, but I'll tell you plenty of time. In your own time when you're ready. This is good work from Nicola. She's aware of the speed limit. She makes good progress along this road and she gets up to about 45 miles per hour. The only thing I've got to whinge on about is, Nicola, you leave it late to go into 4th gear. In this car, as soon as you get about 35, just put it into 4th gear. Not going to mark this, but I'll be keeping an eye on that one. I like how Nicola reads the sign for Darling. As soon as she's doing that, she's checking the traffic behind and what's to the sides, gets the signal on nice and early, and when she leaves the roundabout, the timing of the mirroring signal is very good. Learners leave it very late to leave the roundabout in this one, but Nicola does really well here, so there's no false record. It's all good stuff, Nicola. The wagon in front, it's not going very fast, but Nicola keeps that 2-second gap. She's aware of the following distance, so this is more good work from Nicola. Most learners would just drive really close to the wagon behind. Signs for Bishop Auckland. Again, I'm repeating this again, but I really like when Nicola looks in her mirrors and gets that signal on nice and early for right, especially when you turn right on these fast moving roads. But you can tell when Nicola starts to get flustered, she tightens the grip on the wheel, scrunches her face a little bit, and she forgets what she's doing with her feet. So Nicola, don't let one thing overshadow the other. This is more impressive mirror work from Nicola, and also she sees that the lane spirals out to the left, so she takes up the left lane. But before she does this, she has a look in that left door mirror just to see if anybody's cutting her up. She keeps the signal on for right, And then once she gets past the exit, she signals to leave the roundabout. So well done, Nicola. Council offices. That signpost and turn left at the roundabout. Pull up at a convenient place on the left. Nicola, I'm on the prowl for a serious fault here. I'm looking to catch you out. I nearly do, but you just get away with it. So if you look at this picture, you've got a junction to the left, you've got a main junction to the right, couple of driveways, then you've got you've got a junction to the left, you've got the bus stop. I would have cleared all this and just pulled up just past the bus stop. You pull up about 8 metres away from this junction on your right hand side, so you got it's about 6 metres actually, but you got away with this, you got a minor fault for this, and you do stop too far away from the curb. So this is minor faults number 3 and 4. And you can drive on when you feel ready. Minor fault number 5 for Nicola. Nicola, what are you doing looking over your left shoulder but forgetting to look over your right shoulder? I've never ever taught you to look over your left shoulder when you pull off from the left hand side of the road. Think about where's the danger going to come from here. It's got to be over your right shoulder. Pupils who tend to look over both shoulders when they go for the driving test, they forget to look over the right shoulder but look over the left shoulder, and the examiner is going to mark it. If you don't look over your left shoulder, the examiner does not mark it. So it's that right blind spot check I want, not the left one. I would have just cleared all this and just stopped till you passed the bus stop. Yeah, just here. I wouldn't have parked opposite the car. The traffic lights turn left. Nicola puts the signal on too early but realises then cancels it, so I don't mark this. Nicola approaches the roundabout. There is cars coming from her right and she makes good observations and drives straight onto the roundabout. So well done, Nicola. This is impressive driving skills from Nicola. It's excellent timing when she leaves the roundabout, timing the mirror signal manoeuvre to perfection. She's well aware what's happening behind and to the sides. She leaves in the left lane on the dual carriageway, and when she's asked to turn right at the roundabout for Spennymoor, nice bit of smart lane changing, and she goes to the right exit. So well done, Nicola. Nicola, if you'd clocked this sign on the left-hand side, you would have seen that the right lane's for buses only. You do leave it late to move over. I think why you done this was because you were distracted by the yellow car in front, and that's why you're over to the right. But you should be keeping the car at the left anyway, unless road markings tell you otherwise. What happens though is you do check your mirrors and come back, so I'm not going to mark it. However, you come up to this sharp bend with the zebra crossing on in third gear, and the car's coughing, spluttering on, telling you need a low gear. So you do get it, but you're acting a bit late. So 6 minor fault for gears. Seventh minor error for Nicola. Nicola, I'm being very kind here. You're very, very lucky. Now, as you approach the zebra crossing, you can see well ahead that the traffic lights are on red. There's a junction before the traffic lights, and there's a car just after the junction. Now, you're not sure whether you can fit over the other side, so what you should have done here is just stop the giveaway line smoothly, then had a look to see if you can get over. You've gone over the zebra crossing, and we haven't been there long, and you've realised what you were doing wrong, but you get away with it, but only by the skin of your teeth. First serious fault for Nicola, and surprise, surprise, it's come at a roundabout. Ah, Nicola, you've got more tricks in the clown's pocket. You've done everything right coming up to the roundabout, but what happens is this car on your right, you have to give way to it. It's a very small roundabout, it's really close to you, yet you still try to drive your car onto the roundabout. When you attempted to do this, the car to your right had already started to emerge onto the roundabout. Oh, there, look. Got to give way to that. At the roundabout, turn left. At the roundabout, turn right. It's the third exit. Nicola, you took a really good gap here at the roundabout. You're approaching the roundabout now. When we look to the right, there's cars to your right, and what happens is, as you get close, you see the last one indicating to leave the roundabout, so you drive straight onto the roundabout. So you've seen the indicator. Now, most learners would miss that and just stop at the junction. So more good work from you. The traffic lights turn right. Eighth minor fault for Nicola. Nicola, what happens is you come to the junction, the right turn to the traffic lights, you're in second gear, which is great. You're doing about 12, 13 miles per hour. Then for some strange reason unknown to me, you put it into first gear. There was no need to go into first gear. It was clear to go. You should have just drove round in second gear. Only go to first gear just as you're stopping. Turn right, it's the third exit. At the roundabout, turn left. Slight hesitation at this roundabout, Nicola. I've not marked it, but I just thought I'd mention it. So if you look at this picture, can you see the blue car? Well, there is cars to your right, and them cars to your right have got to give way to that blue car. plus you've got the white van, and the white van's come round, so there's a couple of blockers for you. Now you missed them two, but you do go on the next one where the silver car is, so you probably could have gone a bit earlier if you looked at the left for the blockers. Follow the road ahead, it's the second exit for Durham. Nicola, I thought you were going to pick the middle lane here to go straight ahead. You don't pick the middle lane, that's for the A1M, the A688. You didn't do, but if you did do it, I'd expect you to just follow that lane off the roundabout, then I'd redirect you. But you don't, you keep the left lane, which is good. Minor fault number 9 for Nicola. Nicola, watch here. You put it into third gear now, and then you drive all the way along this road, reaching speeds of 45, 46, 47 miles per hour. Leaving it in third gear for too long just burns more fuel, it's more wear and tear on the engine and more pollution. So you need to make more use of the gears. All the way down that road, Nicola, you kept that in third gear. Nicola, I'm loving the mirror work when you leave this roundabout because I've nearly been wiped out here by taxis before. Signs for Newcastle. Nicola, I just thought I'd mention this. You've done this quite a few times there. Really impressive. You've been coming to roundabout somewhere, you're not sure whether you can go. You've done the rolling first, the rise and brake, and just go on gas clutch. But this one I really like. It's lovely and smooth. So you're arriving at the roundabout, you look to the right, you see the red car come round in the right lane. You put your attention back to the white lines, you do the rolling first, you do the rise and brake, then you go without stopping by going gas clutch. That is a very impressive skill for a learner driver. So you keep that up. I love it when my pupils do it like that. Wow, Nicola, this is impressive. I love how you see these cyclists right down the bottom and you use your mirrors straight away. However, you've picked your 10th minor fault up. You do go through and it is a little bit on the fast side. You do give them over a metre, but with cars coming the other way, I would have just took my edge off my speed there and just gone a bit slower. It's just a little bit on the fast side when you're passing the cyclists with oncoming traffic. Had there been no oncoming traffic, I would have just expect you to move further out into the other side of the road and go through at that speed. But because of the space involved, I would have just took the edge off your speed and just gone a bit slow.
After this car,
yeah, just pull in here. I'm just going to pull up here. Just go a bit further forward on the line. It'll only be a few seconds. Just a bit further forward. Keep going. And stop there. Good. Just pull up alongside and just back it in. And you won't trouble me.
Too far away.
That'll do. 11th minor fault, Nicola, for the control. It's a little bit wide. What happened was you just turned too early with your second reference point. Again, this is borderline. Could have been a serious fault, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. a bay on the left or right hand side. Right, how do you think you've done?
I'm not too sure.
How many serious falls?
At least 3.
What would you think?
Hmm?
Which serious falls would you think?
Roundabouts, city driving, and then you have to take the steering wheel.
Well, it was one serious fall, but there was 2 that was close, so it's an improvement. So well done. You know, one of the mini roundabout. What happened?
Yeah, the traffic. I
There's a-
should have waited.
There's
for
a
the
car on your right, and it was indicating right to come this way. Why did you want to go for?
I think for like a split second I was a bit confused.
It's on your right, so you've got to get rid of it. So that was the only serious fault. One of the couple of things I want to mention. Zebra crossing. Can you remember stopping on it?
Yep.
Now normally that would normally be a serious fault, but you knew when you realised, and personally I would have stopped before it or just gone further down. I don't think there's enough room, actually, I can't remember. But don't block the crossing. It's very close to being a serious fault. You know, when you overtook the cyclists, it's a bit fast, wasn't it? What could you have done with your speed?
Slow down and give them more space.
Yeah, you went through. I mean, it was a good decision to go through, but I would just gone through a bit slow. It's just a bit on the fast side. You did give them plenty of room, but I would have just took the foot off the gas and gone a bit slow. It's a good decision to go through, but just a bit slow. Few gear faults. When you get flustered, she tightens the grip on the wheel. She forgets what she's doing with her feet. She forgets she's driving a manual car. As soon as her brain's got to work, she forgets everything in here. Could just be a bit smoother. Right, have you any questions before I drop this? I'm dropping her off at the train station. Tell them where you come from.
From Newcastle.
She comes over
15 minutes train
comes
journey.
by train out to Durham to do driving lessons. How mad's that? Right, yeah, but better, but it should have been a pass that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Good.